Welcome back. You found me. I don't know how you found me, but you found me. This is the DOCC number 18. And today, start of a new week, we are dealing with the idea if you post a video and get one view, but that one viewer watched the full hour of content, do we take a moral victory? And by golly, yes, we do. Because what we've just identified is the possibility that you can take one video and get one watch hour. Now, if I can just find 4,000 people to do the same thing, actually, I only need 3,999 more watch hours. Can't really explain it. Have a channel approaching 3,000 subscribers, but every day I'm looking at the watch hours that count towards monetization, and I'm making little or no improvement. So that's where we're at today in the diary of a content creator, trying to figure it out, trying to dissect how we can get watch hours to grow because we already have subscribers, but it's still looking more and more like just this huge looking up, almost, maybe 97% more to go, it seems. But going into the analytics today and checking on a video that I did a live stream, maybe like either this Friday or last Friday. I knew nobody was watching when I was doing it, but live streams, once they're up in the YouTube, anybody can watch it anytime, so there's always hope. But I happened to check in on the analytics, and there was one viewer, and they watched a full hour. And I know you're thinking it was me. No, it wasn't me, because I did not go back and watch that live stream, not even a second. So I had one viewer and one viewership hour. Well, that one viewership hour surpasses like so many times where people have probably clicked on a video and clicked right off. So a view isn't as important necessarily as a viewership hour. So I consider it a complete success to have a video about an hour long that had one view for 1 hour. I just need 3,990 more just like that. And why am I happy about that? Is because it just shows that it can be done. If you make one free throw in a row, you can make two. If you make two, three, and so on and so forth until next thing you know, you're making 10 free throws in a row. 10 is to 20, 20 to 40. It can happen. If you can do it once, it means it can be replicated. So I'm looking at a new week and a new, essentially, gamble on my time. And the caveat for me is already having subscribers and continually watching subscribers grow, specifically when I'm sleeping, waking up to usually 50 or 70 more subscribers is, I guess, something that gets you out of bed, especially after doing all the long, hard hours putting in. If you're new to the channel, welcome. If this is your first video you're seeing, you're probably catching it sometime after Christmas, but it was actually pre-recorded. Today is Tuesday, December 8th. This is Ichi. And what you found is a content creator who believes he's a content creator because I've now put in about 7 works of the labor end of trying to figure it all out and creating videos and improving on my videos, having started with no tech background whatsoever, not a big fan of working on the computers, to now I'm doing all the titles, captions, descriptions, end screens, doing so much of the stuff I didn't think I'd ever borderline enjoy doing. I do enjoy making the content, but I'm feeling like the feeding the YouTube algorithm, it's daily for 2 channels and this one, excuse me, it's quite labor intensive, so I still judge it as a labor of love, but the goal is monetization, and I want all 3 channels to monetize at some point, but the strategy on each one of the channels is different. And again, they all started at 0 subscribers. So, how am I trying to figure out what the strategy is for each channel? Well, the Bagel Cinematic Beats channel, which originally was getting like, 0 to 12 views a video, now I have one video that's 70,000 views. So I all I need to do is now replicate that, and that's with more original music put to video and caring about the video. And as I've talked about in some videos in the past, kind of have an intimate relationship with the content that you're creating. And what I mean by that is it's not just making the best quality video, it's then doing all the work behind it, where you're putting consideration to your title and your thumbnail in addition to, if not even before you make your video. So it sounds backwards, but if you have your title idea and your video idea comes after you think of the title name, that might be a strategy to start thinking about as you move forward in your YouTube creation, because that is how you get the clicks, and the clicks are the ticks that generate eventually going into your longer form videos if they're not there already, and then getting the watch hours. So every little bit matters, and the more you think about it, that thumbnail is the first impression. Before people even click on your video, they're getting the impression of the thumbnail. So I do like to go thumbnail first, especially practice as I preach. So I've been showing that I do get my thumbnail. And now I'm thinking that the thumbnail in particular that I'm creating for this specific channel, um, so if you look at this thumbnail, sorry, let me try to, here we go. So this is what I've pre-prepared for today's diary of a content creator. But what I'm already starting to see, and I'm criticizing myself, is DOCC. I know what that means, but someone who's never seen me before, they don't know what that means. Um, yeah, if you look deeper, it says diary of a content creator. But now I've replicated the same bit of information twice. DOCC and DOCC. So what was what's enticing you to click on this if you didn't already hear about me some other way and were steered my direction? There really isn't anything in my title or caption or thumbnail hook, thumbnail text. There's maybe nothing there, and that could be why nobody's home. So I need to reevaluate that, and probably reevaluate that fast. But honestly, I don't want to discredit the effort and the idea of originally coming up with the DOCC, and it making sense to me that it should be the diary of a content creator, because I'm telling it as it is, as it's happening to me. And I haven't monetized yet, but I'm trying to figure it out, and I'm saying I'm unyielding about it, because that's been my focus and my passion every single day now for 7 weeks, and it's probably consumed me. And if the goal is monetization, one of the 3 channels at a minimum, and if one can do it, then another channel, and then another channel. Speaking of that, I happened to see another thing on Mr. Beast with Howie Mandel at Mr. Beast's, uh, where he lives, but it's like a factory, but he lives there because obviously he's trying to maximize the time being a content creator every day, and all his awards are on the walls, and in all the different languages and things. And it makes me understand, trying to distribute to the whole world in all different languages, and YouTube rewarding that, the extra work So the strategy behind it, and I love the idea that he has his, I'm sure he employs a lot of people now, and what he's done, it's a major accomplishment, and he's got a good head about it. So I didn't even know who Mr. Beast was until I started making content of my own about 7 weeks ago on the two separate channels, this being my third channel. Two other channels that I haven't had time to even work on yet, but at least I started the channel and I know they exist. So when I do get the content that I want to put up, I put up. It's still private. This went public about 3 weeks ago. My other channels have been public for about 6 weeks now. Um, like I said, one channel is up to almost 3,000 subscribers. If it stays on track, maybe sometime tomorrow it'll hit that mark, but viewership hours tiny. My other channel is at around 200 around. It's at 231 subscribers. Every subscriber counts, and I watch them all. And I know you shouldn't, but I do. And that channel is 100% organic. Never no promotions whatsoever. Just trigger happy on the posting content, shorts, longs, almost like I didn't know what I was doing because I didn't know what I was doing. But that has gone from 0 subscribers to 231, and I'm definitely noticing like a plateau there. So maybe my content ideas have kind of plateaued as well. Trying to keep up on both channels has been, it's tough to decide where to go. So when one channel was showing subscriber success, I just felt like I needed to keep going after that channel somewhat strategically. So here's a good part of the video to maybe listen up, because this is where I feel like I'm definitely growing and making the change. So the channel that already has the subscriber amount, I'm not worried about that anymore. But I am worried about how can I get the subscribers that I have to watch more in the long form video form so I can get those 4,000 hours. So it's shifting the strategy to the content that I make. I make sure it's good, in my opinion, good. My best effort to push it forward and give it its please watch, and I hope you stay on and watch more than 40 seconds, and you watch the 5 minutes or the 10 minutes or now the 15 minutes that I'm trying to create in the longer form content. So my shift in philosophy only happened like a few days ago to get that long form content up, and slowly but surely some increased traffic is watching my video form as opposed to my shorts. How am I doing that? Well, in the short as the advertisement, then in the next suggested video that you're allowed to do for a short, I direct that to a video that's longer than 5 minutes. And that's how I'm building. And then as each day passes, and now with the new year approaching, I'm thinking I want to get all my content in compilations, long form video, and slowly wean away from short content and more consistent on the longer form content that might take more than a day or two to make. Right? It might take several days and might take that week to make. And then when I do release that one video, maybe my audience has been waiting for it and they'll watch longer. So implementing that strategy has kind of begun, and the work behind it has begun as well. So sometimes you can't see the labor of your work come to fruition maybe until long after the video posts, and could be 3, 5, 6 weeks down the line that the video gets traction in some way. And if it gets, pushed out or quieted by the YouTube algorithm, if you feel like your content is worthy enough for a second try, you can always re-upload with a new title, a new thumbnail. And that's another thing that I've started doing recently, is if I have a spare moment, I look at go down my content list and I look at videos that I think should be or doing better based on just what I think about it because I'm the one who made the content. And then if I think it just needs a second try with a bigger subscriber base that I now have, I can rework the hashtag, and now I have 6-7 weeks of making hashtags and a new philosophy to make the text in the hashtags, or not, excuse me, the text in the thumbnails better, more so. Maybe it's not directly linked to the video, but it is. Rather than just saying this is what the video is, I call it, Galaxy Waves or something. Instead of saying this is Galaxy Waves, I might say ride the wave, which might be a little bit more to pique curiosity for people to click on it. And that is absolutely not what I've done with the DOCC. There's no reason for you to click. And I don't know what it is, but for some reason I'm not like selling out on the thumbnails for the DOCC yet to try to get people to click. I really think that if you found me, there's value here, and take what you want from it. Take what to do or what not to do for your own. Because I'm 6 weeks in, I didn't monetize in 21 days like I've seen some content creators, and most of those are coming from a point of previous experience. I was coming from no experience at all, so, and I'm still trying to learn it all, and I'm still not willing to create chapters, which apparently can help, but my other channels are entertainment channels. This is the channel where I would need to chapter everything. That would involve me taking the time to go through each and every one of these videos and highlight the points that I might not realize that someone who's starting out or a few weeks in content creation or 6 or 7 weeks old like myself can get the value from. So these are things I'm working on. I can't say I've had the time, but maybe after I have 365 of these and there's no more new information coming to me. But why would that be the case? If you're creating content every day, you're learning something new every day. And so as a content creator, I don't see myself stopping quite yet. But maybe the doc series will stop after 365 days. That was my original goal there. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean a video every day, but if I do content creation and I do the work on that day, I do a diary now. I've never had a diary before in my life, but now I have a diary of a content creator because once I felt like I was becoming a content creator and knew that the sky's the limit and this is what I want to do, this is what I'm doing, and then now I'm a content creator, and I'm not monetized today, but I'm not stopping until I am. So what that means is working through. And where are you on your quest out there? Where are you in the world? Where are you creating your content? How many subscribers? How long has it taken you to generate? Do do you have watch hours? What are things that are working well for you? Give a comment in the comments down below. I'd be happy to hear from you. This is a very new channel. As a matter of fact, if you're watching now, you'd probably be one of the first to be a subscriber. If you've learned even one thing that could get you to monetization quicker, I'm happy for you. Learn through my mistakes. Uh, when I think of that, my biggest mistakes is relying too much on short form. I just don't see the instant viral ability, or I don't have it. I'm just grind it out more, and I think the long form is the path for me. And so what I'm learning is if the short is not the recipe, the long form recipe is going live, I think. And then you can take your live content and edit it any way you like into videos or long form videos that actually have value that people can take out of and learn from rather than just watching for a dopamine rush. So I have big plans for everybody out there on this channel because pretty soon, and it could be a month from now, it could be 4 months from now, it could be 8 months from now. I'm trying to prepare for all the variables, but pretty soon I'll be at a point to say I made it. Monetization. And this is how I got there. So this is the content. This is how I'm getting there. And that could be even more valuable than how I got there. Okay. So once I've gotten there, I'll probably have a bit of weight taken off my shoulders, and hopefully my videos will continue to improve. They'll probably get shorter. They'll be more to the point. They'll have the hooks. I'll deliver on my promise. What's going to happen in this video? I'll keep you hanging on a promise, and then may or may not give the final result, like all the content creators and their tricks of the trade to keep you watching longer. So those are the tricks of the trade that I do. I understand I need to learn because that's the part of being a content creator that I'm suffering with right now. And so that being known, what did I accomplish? Did I go into my same habits? Did I have a plan and execute? Where did I fall on understanding what needs to change and then implementing that change in how I'm creating content? So implement so to follow up to that, I for my cat channel, I continued to make a podcast that I post every evening. Sometimes they get 100 views, sometimes they get 3 or 4, but I am noticing that in time, slowly, they're getting slightly more views over time. They're not just like flatlining and totally dead. So that encouraged me to keep making. And then because I'm getting pressed for time in editing, I went live with my cats in the backyard for an hour. And the big win on that, different than the other channel, I had at least one person that was on the live stream the whole time. They didn't comment, but I was pretty convinced it was the same person the whole way through. And that was an achievement in itself. At times there were 5, 8 people, 3, 2, 3, 2, but there was always one. And at the very end, when I said this is the end, the one went away. Like, I just felt like somebody was watching the whole time. So that could be 1 hour. If I did a live stream 1 hour a day, and that one person turned into 10 people watching an hour, that's 10 hours. If I could build up any type of fan base, 20 people even watching for an hour, 20 hours a day, you can start seeing actually a legitimate path towards when those hours might make it to 4,000. So I can actually start extrapolating future possibilities for channels based on how fast we're growing currently. So that channel being 0 to 231 in 7 weeks. So about 30 subscribers on average a week. Yeah, it's a long road, but it's still a niche that I believe in. Now the other channel I also believe in. It's more adult oriented, sci-fi, fantasy, song, house, hip hop song, put to video, and people watch the videos and if they click, chances are at least a third of them end up subscribing after watching a video based on the analytics that I'm reading. But they're watching in shorts and the viewership hours remain small. So I need start figuring it all out. And also at the same time, I take a step back and I reflect, because it can be frustrating and hard. But what it is continuing to develop the roots that are going to form a strong tree of the future. So I have that mindset now, that every piece of content I'm making now is hopefully going to be stability moving forward in the future. So I want people to value what I'm getting at. So focus on your content with a passion. Worry less about subscriber total. Subscribers will come if your content remains constant and desirable, that when people touch base with you, they're getting rewarded with what they're looking for. So follow up on that promise. Like, my promise is, I'm telling it how it is as it's happening on the fly. You can watch your creators stumble and fumble, but I'm going to get back on my feet regardless. And sounds silly, but just seeing this little guy, the light went out, but that doesn't mean we can't recharge this light, and the light burned bright again. So today's kind of symbolic, that I tried to, those lights symbolize that the Evan Linden, the content creator page, is on air, and that light went out, but the other light's still on. So we haven't lost hope. Okay, we're still in the mindset. We try to produce the best we can. We try to improve on production each and every thing we do produce, and go from there. So today I put a 2 song. I kept them together, or or a 3 song. Oh yeah, I put 3 songs together, 3 different versions of one song together, and put those 3 songs together in one video, and uploaded that. So now I have a longer form 10-minute video, which I think might be the sweet spot for people to watch these days. A little bit longer than a short, not 45 minutes like this video is probably going to be by the time all the ideas have spewed. But let this be a great take home for you. That 10-minute video could be that sweet spot. So I don't know for sure, but I'm putting that video out at 8 p.m. tonight. So hopefully, maybe people start watching that video a little bit. I'm not going to promote it even, but maybe traction from the rest of my channel, and then people go to a 10-minute video. So I just need 6 people to watch that full 10 minutes for 1 hour. And that's how I'm thinking about content now. How can I get an hour of somebody watching that video, at least one person every day, 1 hour? And if I only have one person watch a video for 1 hour, then how many videos do I need to make per day to get to that 4,000 hour goal? So if you can make the one video even just a little bit better, so 2 people watch it for an hour, that's 2 hours. I'm getting to that goal quicker. So baby steps, but that's at least how I'm thinking about it. I'm not thinking about, I need to do another short. I need to do another short. No, I need to do another long, and I need to get longer, and I need it to be better. Everything needs to improve, and it needs to improve in a longer form. So that's how I'm shifting now, 7 weeks into content creation. This is not Instagram. This is not TikTok. This is not Facebook. These are trying to lock in the viewer who's a little bit more interested than a 15 to 25-second, is it a meme? That's how bad I am. I think that crowd is a different crowd than what I'm interested in. And although I enjoy probably uh, actually scrolling on Instagram is what ended up getting me to create a YouTube channel because I was just tired of scrolling on Instagram because I felt like my brain was going to mush. So I decided instead of that time scrolling on Instagram, I'm going to create music or do something different with my time that's more productive or do a hobby. And so instead of scrolling on Instagram right now, I'm reaching out to you with ways to help you hopefully get to monetization based on my fumbles and my mistakes or my successes. So uh, I'm I'm on a path to somewhere. I know that much, and that path will eventually get me to monetization one way or another. So thank you for coming aboard. I don't know how you found me, but you found me, and that's good news. Yeah, today's high note is one viewer watched one of my videos 1 hour all the way through. So if there's only hope in the galaxy, at least I have that. And I just need 3,999 more videos like that. Oh no, I would have to do that all in 1 year. So maybe, just maybe, I should try to get more viewers to the videos rather than rely on one video. So, despite the reality that everything doesn't happen overnight, it's a new week. So, new week of possibility. Approaching 3,000 subscribers, so I am gonna mentally maybe value that a little bit more than 2,500, say. And three is my lucky number, so when it gets to 3,333 subscribers, I hope I see it happen. And those are the things. That specific channel, I'm thinking once I get to 5 or 10,000 subscribers, really do go all in on just kind of posting longer form video. Really hope that 10,000 subscribers, that maybe even just 500 of them, can put in a little time watching my videos. Uh, and then I'm there. Are you that close? Are you that close? Give a comment down below. I'm curious to know. Maybe you'll have the one tip that I need that'll get me over the hump. Or tell me, how are chapters that important? Because I really haven't started doing chapter work yet. And yeah, I think we're all caught up for today. And I have a few other things that I didn't necessarily plan on tomorrow, but that shouldn't stop me because I'm creating content during the day. I'll be creating content when I'm out of the house, which isn't my ideal, but uh, time restraints and life is dictating that that's what it must be. So I will probably be tuning in with all of you again late in the morning tomorrow, and I look forward to that. So this is the DOCC number 18, I believe. And I'm Evan Linden. I'm a creator with a vision. Give a like, subscribe if you haven't done so already, and peace out.